And then if in ATP Delray Beach, first match to mention is going to be Casper Ruud against Marcos Giron. Casper Ruud was able to get the win in that one. It did get a little dicey in that second set, went to a tiebreaker, but Ruud pulled it out. Excellent for Ruud as he makes the quarterfinals. Then in an All-American tie in the round of 16, Seb Korda over Mickelson. Second set goes to a tiebreaker, but Korda gets it done. Good win for Korda as Korda has started to string together some results in February. Good to see. Then upset Coleman Wong over seven seed Brandon Nakashima. Second set went to a tiebreaker. Coleman Wong got the job done in that one, clutched up, got the win. Pretty good start to the year for Coleman, and good to make quarterfinal of ATP Delray Beach in a tournament that has a pretty good field, especially for a 250. Then Flavio, he's really turned his season around. He entered this season with 0 wins on the season, and now he's into the quarterfinals. Solid win against Atman. Still got to see a little bit more for Kaboli in his tournament, but he's going to have that opportunity. So we'll see how Kaboli does later on in this tournament. And then Laurentien over Miomir Kecmanovic. We've seen Kecmanovic play tough matches against some players so far this year. I think of Tommy Paul, that match against Tommy Paul in ATP Dallas, where Kecmanovic got the win. And of course, this one going to a third set tiebreaker really could have gone either way. Tien would have felt a little bit unfortunate if he was not be able to get that third set because he won at least 6 games in every single set. But he got the job done. Good for Tien. Definitely looking for Tien as we progress further along in this tournament. So that leaves some quarterfinal matchups. Coleman Wong versus Flavio Cobolli. Flavio Cobolli should be favored in this one, but I would not be surprised if Coleman Wong pulls off an upset. They've also never played each other before. And then the next quarterfinal is between Tommy Paul and the winner of Taylor Fritz and Rafael Yodar. As I speak right now, it is currently in a tiebreaker in the first set with Rafael Yodar down 3-4, down 3-5 now, actually. But he is serving. So right now, it looks like maybe Fritz is going to make it. And if that were the case, here's the head-to-head of Fritz and Paul. They faced off against each other 5 times, alternating wins each time. They face off in St. Petersburg, in indoor hard courts, Stockholm indoor hard courts, and then 3 times in the outdoor hard courts. Their last 3 matches on the outdoor hard courts, starting in 2022 in Miami, where Fritz got the win in straight sets. And then they faced off in Acapulco in 2023 in the semifinal of that tournament where Tommy Paul got the win, and then Fritz was able to get the job done in the final of actually Delray Beach, this exact tournament in 2024. So yeah, we'll see what this matchup is. If it's going to be Tommy Paul versus Taylor Fritz, if it's going to be Tommy Paul with Rafael Odar. Rafael Odar and Tommy Paul never faced off against each other. This would be a very interesting match if really either way. But Tommy Paul Fritz would be a really fascinating match in terms of two of the top Americans facing off against each other in ATP Delray Beach would be a really fantastic match. And then in the next quarterfinal, interesting one, Sebi Korda versus Casper Ruud. Interestingly, Casper Ruud has the 2-0 head-to-head lead against Seb Korda, and they've only faced off last year, actually. They faced off 1 time on clay, which you would expect Casper Ruud to win that one. But they also faced off an indoor hard court in Stockholm, where Casper Ruud was able to get the win over Seb Korda. That one did go to 3 sets. I expect a tightly contested match in this one. And then the last quarterfinal is between, again, 2 Americans, is going to be Lerner Tien versus Francis Tiafoe. Now, they've faced off 1 time in the past in 2023 US Open, actually, in the first round, where Francis Tiafoe was able to win that one in straight sets. And this one could be just such an entertaining match. Both players play such a fun brand of tennis. And yeah, this one can really go either way. Literally, I could see Tien winning. I could see Tiafoe winning. I expect this match to be literally a flip of the coin, and I would love to see how they play against each other. Just the tactics behind it, because they both are quite dynamic players, can do a lot of things well, and can really hit from all areas of the court, in my opinion. I think a key in this one is going to be Tiafoe's serve. And actually, I guess both players serves and the return of serves. I think serves gonna be so important because once we get into rallies, I think the rallies is gonna be so dynamic. So many. I can just see some fantastic shots being played in this one, and this is one that I'm really, really excited for. Tien versus Tiafoe, and then. As I was speaking, Taylor Fritz was able to get the job done against Rafael Nadal in the first set. He was able to win it in a tiebreaker. So it does look like we will be seeing Taylor Fritz versus Tommy Paul in the quarterfinal, but we still got two. Fritz needs one more set to win, and the match is not over yet. So ATP Delray Beach is starting to heat up a little bit. It was lagging behind Doha a little bit. But I think it's more just because the schedule was a little bit. It was a little bit more delayed. Like the quarterfinals isn't even happening until Friday versus the quarterfinals of Doha happening on Thursday, for example. And obviously the time change and all that stuff. So yeah, ATP Delray Beach is heating up. Still waiting for Rio to heat up a little bit, but Doha is definitely for sure is heated up, and WTA Dubai. We're in for some fantastic semifinal matches in that as well.